ได้ไหม
ได้ครับ
ว้าว Hey folks, and welcome to Beach Road here in Bangsaen. It's a nice morning. It's early in the morning. I'm on my way to the bank. I've got to go to the bank to update my bank book because I'm renewing my visa today, and I think this would be considered the first step in that process. So we'll briefly look at that. I'll show you how it works. There's also something pretty cool I want to show you down at the beach. We got to get the bike serviced after all the kilometers we put on during the Isan trip and since then. And there's a rumor that the Walking Street night market is reopening this weekend, so we'll check that out as well. We've got a lot to look at. Let's just jump in.
So I come over here. Behind me is the immigration at Sriracha, and I'm gonna not get a visa, extend. I guess it's called extending a visa that I have to do once a year. So they close at like 12 o'clock for lunch, and then at 1 they reopen. So I'm here a little bit before 1. I'll go in when they reopen, and we'll see how long it takes. We'll see if I got all the right documents. I think I have all the documents, but you never know. And then we'll see how that goes.
So as I alluded to before, you have to go to the bank first and get a letter from the bank verifying your account and get your bank book updated. And they'll do all that here. The letter, I think, was 200 baht for the letter, about $6. The bank book update is free. They just put it in a printer and it pops out all updated. And then you take that into immigration. That's one of the first things they're going to ask for. They want to make sure, they want to see that you have a total of 800,000, at least for my type of visa, 800,000 Thai baht in the account for 60 days prior to you renewing. And then it's got to remain in there for another 90 days after the renewal. So for that reason, you have to update your bank book because they want to see a freshly updated bank book on the day.
So I'm back, everything's done. It's 10 till 2. So I got a little bit of a late start because I had to make copies at 1 o'clock when they opened. So I think I'd just say it's fair to say 45 minutes. It took me 45 minutes from start to finish once I got my number and until the time I left with my updated stamp. So they've stamped you in for another year. And it was 1,900 baht, about $62, $63, something like that. So, didn't even take the whole day, but I did have to go to the bank. I showed you that earlier. So, half a day maybe, a couple, 3 hours.
So yeah, now they also gave me a letter and a form that I had to sign that says, hey, in 90 days from now, you have to come back again with the bank book, a fresh updated bank book. No letter this time, just a fresh updated bank book, and they have to inspect to make sure the funds are still there. So it's a thing, that's how they verify you have the money. And I think the reason they do that is they want to make sure that people are staying here on a long-term or long-stay type basis, have enough funds to support them in case the need arises. So that's that. There's plenty of videos with more detail on visas. I really don't know much. I can barely just do my own. But I just kind of showed you a little bit of how it goes, and I think mine went pretty smooth. So I came down here to the beach today because it's a low tide day, and I want to show you something. So I walked out here and I met a guy that was digging for worms.
ได้ไหมได้ครับ
Woo!
Wow.
On these extreme low tide days, which you get this time of the year, during these extreme low tides, and you have all this exposed seabed to work with, these guys will come out and dig worms, and I've seen them 3 feet long before, right here. This is kind of a muddy, sandy base, and I guess that's where they live, but I've never seen anything like it that big. In fact, the one this guy has a small one today. I've seen them 3 feet long, a meter long, pulling out of this sand. And they use them for fishing bait. So they come here in the afternoons when you have a low tide around lunchtime, they'll come and find these worms, and then they'll go fishing with them probably in the evening when a tide comes back in. But I've been actually trying to do this segment for almost a year. You have to have the right day. It has to be in the afternoon, in the middle of the afternoon, to have a low tide, an extreme low tide, and it not to be raining and have the guys out here. So it's hard to catch them, but there's little holes. They know where to look, and they know where to dig, and that's what they get. They get these just huge worms, up to like I said, a meter long. Just wanted to show you the worms. I've never seen worms that long at the beach. These great big, kind of like earthworm type things that people dig out of the sand. Let me know if you've seen them where you live at your beach. But I grew up just a couple hours drive from lovely beaches, and I never saw anything like it in any of the beaches around the mid-Atlantic area of the US. So now, where did I put my flip-flops? Tao tí này? Tao tí này? Tí này? I could have, oh, she's moved them up to the motorbike. I could have swore I left my flip-flops right here.
Yeah, I've come here to Kawasaki for service, and the cashier had on a shirt with the name of my bike on it. I thought that was pretty cool.
So yeah, we're going a little service done Kawasaki today. Last one I had was before the Isan trip, so it's been about 4,000 or 5,000 kilometers ago. So we're getting oil change and chain cleaned, and lubricated. Also, the idle's a little high. It's idling closer to 2,000 than 1,000. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's getting on my nerves. If anybody knows why it would do that, maybe it just needs to be adjusted. I don't know. Just about 2 weeks ago, it started idling real high. I got to stop at a light. It does seem like it goes down. If I stop in first gear, pull the clutch in, that's when it idles real high. But if I put it in neutral, let the clutch out, it seems like it goes down a little bit. Still not as much as it should. I don't know. It's kind of weird. They'll look at it. I'll get it all serviced up. Boy, they're full today. Over there, jumping right on it. We only been here 5 minutes. Anyway, we'll see what that's all going to be. See what that's going to be. And then tonight, for the first time, we're going to the walking street market. First time in probably 6 months. So last night I was there, and I took a look to make sure, and they were setting it up. So we'll take a look at that while we figure all this out.
So yeah, only about a block or two from the apartment, right up here at the waterfront, is what's known as Walking Street. And Friday and Saturday night, it's quite a commotion up here. It's a bunch of vendors and food and entertainment. There's singing and bands, and I know some people who would be just as well if this never returned, but to be honest, I kind of miss it. I enjoy Friday and Saturday nights when this is going on.
So for the first time since March, they're down here setting up for the Walking Street night market. We put these, not tents or whatever you call them, these little awnings that always goes up the day before. And there was some talk that this wasn't coming back, but I guess it is. Beautiful sunset tonight. So tonight's a Thursday, and it starts on Friday, so they just set this up the night before. And then Friday and Saturday night, they'll have music out here, live entertainment, the whole Walking Street market, a bunch of food, street food, everything. It's brilliant. So we'll come back tomorrow night. And see what we're working with. But they're definitely getting it all set up.
So yeah, before we head over there for the night market festivities, I'll go over my service receipt here. I got 2 quarts of oil, an O-ring, an oil filter, bottle of chain cleaner / lube for them to clean up the chain, and 500 baht service fee. Total of 1,950 baht, or about 65-ish US dollars.
It's like it never left. It's going to be a busy night. It's a holiday weekend, so we'll take a little look around, and later there'll be bands and live bands, and it'll be a great night as usual. So the last of the holdouts, the walking street, back open.
Yeah, so nice to see all the vendors back here. I know some of them have probably secured some additional places to set up during the closure of this, but it looks like pretty much everybody's back. And also, there was a great turnout in terms of the patronage. Lots and lots of folks down from Bangkok this weekend. It was a holiday weekend in regards of the makeup days for Songkran. Songkran was canceled this year, so they threw in a couple long weekends to kind of make up for the loss of holidays that everybody had during the lockdown. But all the smells are back, the entertainment, the ambiance down here, and probably our little watering hole down here will be busy tonight as well. But it brings a lot of people down here, brings a lot of money down here in business, and I'm happy for it.
So, you get tired of looking around in there. It's awful hot with this mask on, walking around in there, I tell you. Then you go over here to the beverage department. Oh, right, over here. I'm lost. Thought something didn't look right. The beverage department's over here. You can see the mistake. That house looks a lot like that house down there. But anyway, this one's the official beverage department, so right house. I'm not sure why they put up all this. This is some kind of facade. This is never here. I come here every night. Oh. And there's only one guy sitting here all by himself. No customers.
Too early.
I've already been all the way around the whole place. Oh, you can get right in here from there.
Yeah, I went in that way and I went by the shawarma guy.
He's there.
I know. I got in line and I said, yeah, forget it.
Oh, he didn't have a line when I was there. Huh.
I don't like waiting long.
So, guess we'll have a beverage. Asan Migna. Right there. The official beverage showcase. And we got a game show going on. We got a game show at the beverage department here at the night market. So So I don't know if they're gonna have a band or not. I think they are, but they were still working on it. But enjoy a couple beverages and then that'll be a night. If there's a band, I'll go over and show you some of that.
So yeah, as it got dark, the band never did start. They run like a DJ there, but maybe the band will be the next night. But they did roll out a new feature here at our little watering hole down here at the waterfront, and I guess I would just call it the frozen drinks. They got a blender and like a little frozen drink bar. They put a blender full of ice and a couple shots in there, and then you get to pick your flavor, and then they blend it all up. Yeah, so I got lime. They have a couple different flavors. She ended up giving me a free little taste of the blue Hawaiian. I should have got that. Next time she's there, I'm definitely getting the blue Hawaiian. But the lime was good. The lime was decent. And I thought 59 baht for that great big frozen drink was a pretty good deal. So yeah, there it is. I think I was the envy of the table. I was the only one that got one, but it's all mine. So yeah, there you go. That's a thing here. People bring their toys down here on the weekend to play. That person has a Nissan Skyline. But at any rate, there's a little look at the walking street night market. It is back open. So if you're in the area, something else to do. It's been closed for 6 months. And we got all sorted out here, looked at a couple different things, but we're getting ready to go on a trip. So this will be the last episode before that starts. Not a big, lengthy, epic trip, just a short trip, but there'll be some content from that and some places that, well, one place I need to go, one place I've been wanting to go. So that'll be coming up later in the week, but for this episode, I'm going to go ahead and leave it off here. And as usual, thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.